in with the same tape. And I said, Eric, I've got a tape here of a guy called Hart, because that's what he was called over there. I put it in, he goes, oh my God, he's phenomenal. Same tape, just a different, he goes, oh my God, he's phenomenal. Call him. So I picked the phone up and called him, and I went, what's wrong with this picture? So, you know, that was pretty bizarre. That's a Jimmy Hart story.
Another Jimmy Hart story on Sports Blast TV. What do you want to say to our fans, Jimmy?
Well, first of all, what few people came out tonight, thanks for braving the bad weather. Of course, they said they're used to it. And I said before, when you come out before holidays like Valentine's Day, it's kind of a flip of a coin what happens. But you know what? This is kind of a building a project. A lot of great stars are going to be coming. King Kong Bundy's going to be here. You're going to see Buff Bagwell, Disco Inferno, just to mention a few, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And it's going to be a good time. These guys are going to try to build up something for the future for the wrestling fans who don't get to see a lot of the stars that were from the 80s, a chance to talk to them, get your picture made, and like Jimmy Hart is, telling these crazy, wild wrestling stories.
Jimmy, talk a little bit about the jacket. Turn around.
This is the Blue Light Kmart special. You get them at the Kmart. You can see Kmart's out of business, so these jackets are too. Just kidding. They're not from a Kmart, but I used to do a lot of airbrush jackets. Like when I had Honky and Hulk and all those guys, we'd have them all airbrushed. But the more bumps you took, the more time you got hit and hit the canvas, every time you'd go down, it would wear off the coloring on it. So the lady for WCW, once we put the XWF together, she sewed all this stuff on with the XWF. By the way, the pay-per-view is going to be out on March the 16th with the XWF. On the show, you'll see Jimmy Superfly Snuka and his son, Mean Gene Oakland. Something really a trivia question here. You're going to see Jerry Lawler teamed up with Tony Schiavone doing commentary. Hulk's on the show. Kurt Hennig, God rest his soul, is on the show with Bobby the Brain managing him. Vampiro, Conan, Norman Smiley, a lot of stars that you've grown up with, and also a lot of young talent. Quick Kick's on there. You'll see AJ Styles, Kid Cash. Juventude's on there too, so it's a really good show. And also we've got some celebrities. We've got Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's on there. You've got Gene Simmons of Kiss. Also Willie Nelson did a little cameo for us, and of course Hulkster. So it's like I said, it's going to be on March the 16th. So check it out
on pay-per-view.
On pay-per-view.
This is Sports Blast TV, Omega Sports, McKinley Mall. We'll be right back with more Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Stay tuned.
See you in a few minutes.
And you're watching Sports Blast TV. Never forget where I came from, don't confuse the kind of picture because the content is wholesome. Mistake soldier, it means soldier service. Soldier soul, element of my purpose. And so yo, with the problem solved, I'm looking towards the place I will revolve around. This is live, not a recording. So I'm people from the crowd. Never forget where I came from, cause soldier soul. It's from the school of hard knocks, coming from the school of hard knocks.
Welcome back to freaking WrestleBlast Television here at Eats and Treats Cafe. The Freak hanging out here waiting for my food. Where's my food? I want my food. Where's it at? I got something special in it. Whoa, hey, baby, how you doing? Hey, look at, oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful. Oh, baby, oh, look at this. Oh, my God, heavens to Megatroid. Wow. Look at the, oh my God, I'm gonna do the honors of cutting this thing for you. This is from Eats and Treats, 1190 Lovejoy, where the Freak likes to eat, and if you don't eat, I'll cut you. Oh my, I'm gonna cut this thing in half. I was never good at cutting except cutting people, you know? But I'll tell you, they serve up some great stuff here at Eats and Treats. We got jazz cooking over there, we got bath and tea, and everybody chilling. Look at this stuff, oh my God, this is wonderful. Oh, 1190 Lovejoy, Eats and Treats. Oh, look at the, oh man. Oh, you know what? I gotta, man. You know, I was just gonna say though that you know, stay tuned and watch this next little match over here or interview. Who knows? And by the way, you know what? Absolutely. You know what? The Big Tree Fire Hall tomorrow night, Saturday the 19th. OSPW will be rocking and rolling. Quan Chain, the Hong Kong champion's gonna be there. Oh yeah. And you know what? You can get here and you can come here and get a shake named after the Freak. Yeah. You can get wings or a burger. Oh, named after the burger. You have the burger named after yourself. You know what? Come in and tell them to build a burger for you, and you can name it after you, even if your name is you. Oh, look at that. Look at this cheese. Look at this. This is wonderful. Look at this. I got it. I was just about to eat. You know what? Hey, we'll be back right after this, because I'm going to eat. Watch this thing.
Gentries. We were lucky enough to have a $1 million record the first time out of the box, and we toured with the Beach Boys and Sonny and Cher and the Dave Clark Five and Herman's Hermits and a lot of the groups that were in the 60s back then. We worked for Dick Clark Caravan of Stars, and back then they'd put 4 or 5 groups on one show. But it was a time of our life. But like anything else, everything comes to an end sooner or later. So when that kind of ended, I went back to Memphis, where my home was, and we started playing at the Ramada Inn, believe that or not. And that's where I met Jerry Lawler. We had gone to high school together anyhow. He had a wrestling career. I had a music career. So I met Jerry, and Jerry loved to sing. So he'd always come out there after Friday night when they were in Tupelo, Mississippi. They would come back through there and stop there and sing a lot of the records with us. And then one day he came to me and said, Jimmy, he said, you do a lot of promotion. He goes, how would you like to maybe manage me and do that? So I said, I'd love to. So that's how I got in professional wrestling.
Well, you and wrestling and music was a natural fit. I mean, the Freebirds were coming out to their song in the early 80s, but rock and wrestling and the WWF at the time basically took off, and you were there with it.
Right. Our first album, Cyndi Lauper came in with the rock wrestling with her producer, Dave Wolf. And he said, Jimmy, I know you were in a group. He said, have you got any particular song? And I said, well, I wrote this little funny gimmick song called Eat Your Heart Out, Rick Springfield. Mm-hmm. So they put that on the album. Then the second album was called Pile Driver. On that particular album, we had 3 songs. We had Crank It Up. Then we had a song called For the Demolition, mm-hmm. and then Honky Tonk Man song, Honky Tonk Man. So we had that on there too. So we had 3 songs on that album. And now with the compilation album they've got out now, the trilogy album, we have 5 songs on that album. We have Honky Song on there. We have Randy and Liz's wedding song, which probably jinxed their marriage.
Right.
So I should never write a
snake in the box though, right?
No, I should never write a wedding song again for those guys. But DiBiase's $1 Million Man, Money, Money, Money.
Yes.
Also, I think I said, and then Sexy Boy by Shawn Michaels. So we had 5 songs on that particular album.
I could play a couple of those on the keyboard.
Oh, I like that.
One, and
if you can play it, I'll sing it.
Money, Money. Johnny, I'll get anything else here?
I just want to know about the time when you had the snake wrapped around your neck. You were fighting it. You, Alice Cooper, Honky Tonk, and
Jake Roberts. That was one of our WrestleMania. I believe that was in Detroit, I believe. And I don't know if it was WrestleMania 3 or 4, but I had 3 matches on the show that I think I had the Harts with the wrestling referee. Danny Davis was on there. Boy, it was. And then the Adrian Adonis match with Piper. I believe that was on there.
Hair match?
The hair match for that. And then Honky and us, we had a match with Jake Roberts. Alice Cooper was in his corner.
Right.
And the biggest fear I've got, I mean, I'm scared of a lot of things, but I'm really scared of snakes anyhow. And I just hated that match coming up because I knew if anybody got the snake thrown on them, it was going to be yours truly here. So
it was about your length.
This thing was unbelievable. And you know what? A true story, too. Let me tell you what happened to the snake. The reason the snake was so wild is because Davy Boy would always go by and kick the snake back. I mean, the snake would be over in the corner and he'd go by and boom, boom. And the more they kicked the back, not hard, but it just made that snake so mad, so mad, so mad. So I was going, oh my God, please, this thing's going to be so mad, he's going to eat me alive. And sure enough, the night he threw it on me, but I made sure when they did it, I made sure I'd always fix it.
So you were saying Davy Boy Smith used to always kick the bag, get the snake going, and you were really terrified of that.
But not really hard. He didn't really hurt the snake, but just enough to agitate him. And then, of course, I knew that night I was going to have the snake thrown on me. So when they threw the snake on me, I was really panicking. So I'd make sure when they threw it, I'd catch it and let it go right over my head. You know. So I said, "Oh my gosh!" So I was glad that program was over with.
John, anything else here? Do you want to talk?
I know this man's involved with Crush Wrestling. It's something new. We didn't get it yet in this area. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, a friend of mine named Johnny C. used to be part of a show called Glow many years ago. They were going to put a show together, but whatever happened contractually with the lady that had it, it didn't work out. So he changed the name to Crush. We did the music for it, so he called me up there a couple of weeks ago to be the commissioner. The Farley brothers, Chris Farley's brothers, were part of it, and I think Tom Arnold's going to be part of it too, and maybe it might be, cross our fingers, on Comedy Central.